guys, it is just about 8:30 and we are going to go ahead and get started. So thank you for joining in, and this is our very first live streaming event. So I just have to be patient with me because I have never done this before. So we're going to just kind of try to work through it. So the things that we're going to show tonight, and I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty quick time together, maybe like 20 minutes. And what I wanted to do was show you the Russian Fide showcase pieces that are going to be in this weekend showcase on Sunday the 15th, RussianFide.com. And then we're also going to show you some of the classic Russian Fide pieces as well that are in stock. So special for this month, the showcase pieces are going to ship in 2 days like they always do, but the classic Russian Fide pieces will ship in 4 days, not 2 weeks, 4 days. So I'm really excited about that. So let's get started. We're going to start with the wavy showcase pieces, and then we'll move on. We're going to show some straights and some classic, okay? So I'm going to move over to the table. We can start looking at some hair. Oh, and I'm wearing Russian Fide. I'm sorry, I messed my cameraman up who already moved to the table. But I am wearing Russian Fide coarse curly, and I just washed and conditioned it so you can see it's a little more defined. All right, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but this is Russian Fide coarse curly, just washed and conditioned. Later on, I'll show you kind of how it looks when it starts poofing up, okay? Let's shoot over to the table. Okay, all right, you guys. So, oh, and I forgot to mention, we are going to be giving away some free prizes. As you guys are asking questions, don't start the questions just yet because I want to show you some hair first. But anyone who asks a question, there'll be an opportunity to win a free gift. We're going to give away some closures, some fragrances. It's going to be fun. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I'm going to start with these two pieces right here. Let me move these over front and center. All right, and those of you who kind of have been following us, you know when you see these shiny cases, that's the Russian Fide showcase pieces, not the classic Russian Fide. And if you were wondering what the difference is between showcase and classic, I'll explain that as we go. All right, so I want you to look at these pieces. These have been freshly washed and conditioned, okay? And I'm going to see if I can show you a little bit of their color. Color is coming through just slightly, but these actually go from a beautiful color 2 down to a really pretty 3 on the ends. It's hard to tell, using these live streaming cameras, but these are gorgeous. What this is a slightly to medium coarse. So you can see a little bit of that color popping in there. Slightly to medium coarse wavy, Russian Fide wavy. And here's the thing, like I said, these were, well, I was talking about my hair when I said it was just deep conditioned. These have been just deep conditioned, so you're not going to see all of that texture pop out like you will once it starts drying. I mean, or once you start wearing it. But after that first deep condition, that texture is really kind of smoothed out a little bit, and then it'll start popping out when you start wearing it. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. This right here is really, really, really gorgeous. Let me break up these. You see that? That's beautiful. And that shine that you see, those are the lights that we're under, okay? See that shine there? Those are just the lights that we're using. But that is a gorgeous, going to a number 2 to a number 3. That pair right there, slightly to medium coarse wavy, and these are a medium low luster. And we're going to put these together in the showcase as a set. So make sure you go to RussianFide.com on Saturday night. We'll have all of these posted by then with all the specs. This one is probably about a 16-18 and this one's about an 18-20. But these are a absolute gorgeous set. Like I said, it looks 1B, but these are a 2 going to a number 3. Really, 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 really pretty. All right, I want to show you. I feel like I'm doing those guys on the street that play cards and take your money. That's what I feel like I'm doing. Shuffling these trays. Okay. All right, let me show you this piece right here. I want to show you something. Now, this piece right here, this is a bona fide medium coarse wavy, okay? Medium coarse wavy. This is a color 2. Color 2. Again, it looks like a 1B probably on this these live streaming cameras. I'm going to break this up a little bit. This is medium low luster. Those grays, we'll remove those grays obviously before showcase time. And this is a medium coarse wavy. Let me see if I can get this focused. There we go. Medium coarse wavy. The thing I want to show you, now I just ran my fingers through it, right, so it's looking a little messy. I want to show you what this looks like in its brushed out state. Because to me, oh my gosh, it's even more beautiful brushed out. Now do you see this? Here, I'm going to lay it out so you guys can see that there. And then let me bring it closer to the camera. I'm going to check. I don't know if anybody has posted any questions yet, but let me see. Do you see that? You see how beautiful that is? That is brushed out. All right, so we just washed it, brushed it, let it dry. All right, we didn't scrunch it at all. We just kind of brushed it out and stretched it out a little bit. Do you see that? I mean, that is just all texture all day. It's really, really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. So medium coarse wavy, really any of the wavies, if you just wash them and let them be and brush them out, you know, you can kind of get this poofy, straight, really natural looking look. It's really, really fantastic. Really fantastic. Okay, I'm going to move on so we keep going. Let me check and see if there's a question. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of questions. Okay, so how long does the hair last? So, let me sit down. I'm under all these lights. Am I sweating? I'm probably like really glowing right now. Not in a good way. Okay, so how long does the hair last? Russian Fade hair lasts 5+ years. Okay, so if you look through some of our Instagram pictures, and even on our YouTube channel, there are ladies that have installed the hair 19. There's one girl did a video 19 times. Bleached it, dyed it black, bleached it again, 5+ years. Okay, so it's extremely long lasting. The Russian Fade is raw hair. So we buy it in ponytail form. You can go back and look through, go to our channel, you know, you're already on our channel. Click on videos and you can do a long list of videos. Russian Fade. We buy it in ponytail form. So we don't buy it pre-wefted, okay? So we buy it, lady grows her hair in a ponytail. We buy the ponytail. Ponytail gets cut off of her head, and we cleanse it, sanitize it, weft it, and offer it to you. So there's no processing at all in the Russian Fade. 5+ years. I'm gonna start answering these faster, okay? Because we'll be here all night. And I probably can't answer all of them, you guys, so I'll just do the best I can. Okay. Best shampoo and conditioner. The thing with the raw hair, you really can use anything you want. People don't like to say that. People want to say, oh, only sulfate free, which I love sulfate free. But really with the raw hair, you can almost use anything. But what I would say is I love Giovanni. I love Giovanni Deep Moisture. But ABBA is really good. A lot of ladies just use Tresemme. They use, what they can get at Target. Other ladies like to go to Ulta and Sephora and spend $50 for their shampoo and conditioner. But healthy hair, you really, as long as you're using a quality shampoo and conditioner, you're fine. It doesn't take all that. It's really, really simple to maintain. Okay, let me see. Will swimming degrade this hair? No, not at all. I wouldn't go swimming 5 days in a row and not wash it, because you wouldn't want to do that with your own hair either. But this hair is really like, it'll take you through the war and back, okay? What is slightly to medium coarse? Okay, so I can tell you probably are just hearing about us. I think the name is Manage Vincent. Hi. Slightly to medium coarse basically means, and to really, for you to really understand it properly, you really want to go back to our older videos on Russian Fade, where we go through and we show, and actually I'm going to go through and show slightly them right next to each other when I move to the straights, and show you slightly, or satin soft, slightly, medium, very. What it basically means is varying degrees of coarseness. So satin soft is silky. Slightly coarse gives you a little bit of texture. Medium coarse gives you more texture. You know what I mean? And so on, all the way up to very coarse, which is extremely frizzy, poofy, and you'll see that as we go. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to. Let me see. Thank you. Can this hair match my African American hair? You know what? What would be best is if you want to email tomorrow, email us at sales@jacebeauty.com. You can even send us a picture of your leave out flat iron, and we'll tell you what texture would work best for you. All right, if you want to really be sure. And then, hi, Miss Bryn. I love when I see my customers that I just surround them. Hey, girl. She says she's had her hair for 4+ years, has dyed it, colored it, still looks like the day she got it on her first order. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you. I love you. That's my girl. She's been around forever. Okay. Let me see. If I order Wild Child hair clip-ins today, can I expect to get the hair before Memorial Day? What's funny is that I'm like, when is Memorial Day? This is the thing for Design by Nature. We're talking Russian Fade, okay? With Design by Nature collection. Design by Nature collection is on jacebeauty.com. Russian Fade is on russianfade.com, right? So on Design by Nature, that ships in 7 to 10 business days. Okay, so whenever that is before, when is Memorial Day? I know it's horrible. But 7 to 10 business days, it will ship from Atlanta to wherever you are. If you're domestic, 2 to 3 days. If you're international, just depends, could be 5 days, 6 days. I'm going to show some more here. Okay. All right. I don't think I finished showing the inside of this medium coarse wavy. I don't know why I'm in love with this piece, y'all. I'm just like in love with it. Okay, look at this. I don't know if the texture is showing up. That to me that just makes me like excited. My husband looks at me like, really? It's hair? Are you really hair? But I'm like, oh, I just love it. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. So this is the medium coarse wavy, really brushed out, not scrunched or waves not accentuated, just really brushed out, okay? I don't know why that's not focusing for me. There we go. All right, okay, let's move on. Let's see what's next, all right? This is fun. We may have to do this more often. This is fun. Okay. Okay, now, let's see if we can really get these to show up, all right? This right here, this right here, let me see, okay, there we go. I'm trying to get it to angle perfectly. This is very coarse, wavy, curly, all right? So that means it's got some waves, but you're getting those curly ringlets on the ends, all right? Let me see if I can show it better on this side. So now, do you see all that texture popping out? You see that frizz and that fluff happening? Right there. Yeah. So that is very coarse, wavy, curly. All right? It's going to move. It's going to move with you. It's going to frizz with you. If you're out on a humid day or rainy day, that frizz is going to start coming in. And look, I want to show you something. Do you see this? See that gray hair there? See, that's going to be removed before that ships. All right? With the showcase hair, yeah, that's going to be removed before it ships. With classic Fade, rarely do you see grays. You might see a few because it is raw hair. We don't dye it, but we keep it to a minimum. All right, so you see that. You see those curls on the ends. I want to show you another piece. These don't necessarily match. Like, we're probably not going to offer these together during the showcase, but I do want to show you. You can already see those ringlets popping on the ends. This is very coarse, wavy, curly. I know it may, like, those of you that are not used to coarse hair, you know, might say, oh my gosh, what would I do with that? But the ladies that really understand coarse hair and know, you know, how that really, you know, just matches with our hair, and it's just amazing. It's really amazing. And so look through, like I said, this is not necessarily going to be, you're not going to see the best shots of the hair. Go to our Instagram page, JACE Beauty Life, or our Facebook page if you really want to see great photos of this Russian Fade hair. All right?
And we have slides.
You hear that in the background? People giving me my little cues. But yeah, we do have some slides. Let me show you a slide of a before and after. This was from last month's release, and you can see what I mean by how the hair looks before and how it looks after. Let me see if we can pop that in here now.
It's up.
Okay, so you see this one, that's the one, the before and after, right? Okay, you see that on the left is the before, on the right is the after, and I think that's a coarse curly piece from last month, the April showcase. Do you see what I mean? So like, you really can get that huge coarse look if that's what you're looking for. Okay, before I start to show you, let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna show you some of the straight hair in the showcase. Let me go back to questions and see if there's anything there that I'm missing. In here, it's hot. Do I look like a sweaty walrus? Like, shiny. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Sydney Mel! Hey, my little. I love my people. I just love my people. Let me see. She said, I need more Russian Fade straight and wavy. How do I order? Sorry, just came on. It's okay. On Sunday, May 15th, this Sunday, May 15th, at 12 p.m., go to RussianFade.com, all right? And those of you who are kind of just, you know, checking back in on us, not on this chat, but just maybe you heard about us a long time ago and you are just now coming back around to check us out. We used to sell Russian Fade every day, all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, right? And what we found is with these special, you know, this hair is special, right? It's custom blended, it's custom wefted, it's trimmed, all of that, it takes time to do that. So what we decided to do, instead of having people wait so long for the hair, we decided to offer it once a month. We offer it once a month, usually the second, well, not usually, it's the second week of the month, second weekend of the month, and it's usually going to fall somewhere between the 7th and the 15th, but it's always on our, you can always go to Russian Fade and see the date for the next release, or just sign up on our mailing list and you'll get an email. But it's every single month, usually towards the middle of the month, all right? And when you go to RussianFade.com, you're gonna see classic Russian Fade, that's the Russian Fade you're used to. I'll explain the difference later. And showcase Fade, which is what we're showing right now. Showcase Fade is gonna be usually either coarser pieces or pieces with unique coloring. Maybe they're a little lighter or they've got a different type of coloring to them. Natural coloring, like not dyed. Or they are extremely curly, or they're, there's something unique. So it's a specialty piece. And we usually only offer 6 to 10 specialty pieces in the showcase, right? And then in the classic, we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bundles in stock, right? Or hair in stock. Okay, and so let me, does the straight wave up when wet? Okay, hi Joy, I know Joy too, gosh, I love my people, oh my gosh. Okay, so straight hair, it depends, it's tricky. When we're gonna move to the straights here and I'm gonna finish some showcase pieces, which are gonna be straight showcase pieces. And then I'm going to show classic, wavy, curly, and straight. And I'm going to show you in the classic straights which ones probably will wave a little bit, which ones will probably stay straight, and that way you can kind of tell the difference. But if you're buying straight, there's no guarantee that it'll wave up. Okay? Tammy Lafayette, Miss T! I love the very coarse wavy. I want it. I love it too. You know what? Let me show you. Let's put on a picture of me wearing this hair Thanksgiving so they can see how it starts to poof up. What I'm wearing, like I said at the beginning, this is Russian Fade coarse curly. Doesn't look that coarse because I just put a deep conditioner on it, right? And when you deep condition, it's gonna smooth that hair out a little bit, okay? But as you wear it, it's gonna start to. That's with the very coarse, right?
The shiny one.
Let me see which one. Let me see which one we're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put this up right there. Both. Let's put both up. Let's put both up.
I'll start with one.
Okay, so he's putting up 2 pictures, and you can see how that hair is really poofy. That is what coarse hair, especially coarse curly, starts to do when it starts to hit the elements and the weather. It'll start to poof up. So you can see how big the hair is on the picture compared to how defined it is right now in my head. Okay, so I just want to make that point. Okay, so let's see. Toya Brown. I know that name, Toya Brown. I know that name, Toya Brown. Let me think. Okay, it's not coming to me right now. Okay, can the Wild Child Mild be mixed with the coarse straight hair? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I would do Wild Child Mild. Definitely we could do a Wild Child Mild closure with any of the straights. I would do it with a satin soft straight because you know why. But you could do it with definitely do it with a very coarse straight. You could definitely do it with a medium, slightly medium, and any of the mediums, because we have slightly medium, heavy medium, medium to very, and very. We really started breaking down these categories, right, to help people. Because somebody might think they want very, and they get it, and they're like, it's way too much texture. So we really started breaking those categories down so you can get what you really want, you know? But a note, if you're going to do a Wild Child Mild, let's say closure, you can do West too, but I don't know if I would do Wild Child West with the raw straight hair, just because, you know, it may look slightly different, and I don't know if you want that, unless you're mixing, really alternating throughout the hair where it kind of blends all together. If you're doing a closure, you're good, because you're gonna flat iron that or curl that into the rest of the hair that you have curled, and you're good. You can't wear it natural. You can't wear a Wild Child Mild natural with raw straight hair natural. It's gonna look a hot mess. You don't want to do that because the texture is just different, unless you curl it. Okay. Woo! The low luster on the coarse hair is amazing. I think this Toya is I don't want to say your last name on camera. I think this is Toya that I know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, Letitia 408. I know that name too. I've had my. I know that was you. Okay, let me calm down. Because people are gonna log on and say, really, this girl is fake. This is really me. Like, ask my husband. I'm just like extra on 10. Not all the time, but like 90%. Hi, Letitia. Oh, hey, baby. I've had my J straight for 5 years. Wow. And Letitia, you like that long straight. I know what you order, girl. I'm hoping I'm quick enough to grab a curly. You better be real quick. Because those curlies, the showcase, we start at 12 o'clock. 12:03, it's like, what happened? Like, yeah, the curlies are gone. Oh, thank you, Letitia. You're so sweet. Hi, Manage Vincent. Love that poof. Okay. Looking to order, do we send samples? We don't send samples, but what we do is we really try to have, we probably have like almost 200 videos out there, but if you go to our video library, we really try to do a good job. And like I said, in our videos, the camera quality is really high. Like you can see the strands. We really get in deep, so you can really feel comfortable with what you're buying. And then you can always email customer care, and they will literally they're amazing. Patrice manages customer care, and like, I love her. She's amazing. And so she will answer your questions, or anyone else in customer care can help you, and to make sure you're getting what you want before you order. Okay, let's keep it moving, okay? Because we are at, oh my gosh, it's almost been half an hour. We gotta hurry up. Okay. Okay.
Before you get to that, you wanna address shipping time.
I got you. See people talking to me, I'm trying to do something. All right. Anyway, okay. Let's clear off these bundles. All right. And those of you who didn't log on early enough to see the wavies, you know what? You can see them. They'll show much better on jacerussiantoday.com before maybe Saturday. Well, Saturday night we'll have them posted. We may even post a few on our Instagram or Facebook. So check that out. Let's move on to the showcase straights. Okay. I am gonna swap these trays out. Those of you also who didn't hear, when you see these shiny trays, you know it's the showcase hair that ships in 2 days. That's the specialty hair, all right? Either specialty because of the color, because of the texture, because of the length. Something is special about it, and I'm feeling some sort of way that the color is not showing up. Now these are not coarse, okay? We're gonna get to very coarse in just a second. I really wish you guys could see these. I'm gonna have to post a picture of these on social media. Okay, when I tell you, I just hit the camera. When I tell you these are amazing, I wish you could see them. Let me see if I can move these over. Can we move to this camera? I just wanna see if these, I don't think the color shows up quite. Okay, we kind of got something here. Do you guys see this? These literally go from a color 2. Let me see here. They go from a color 2 literally down to a 4. And this is sun-kissed ombre all the way. It is amazing. People pay, this is the thing, people pay, you go to New York, LA, people pay $400 or $500 literally to get their balayage color or to get their ombre to look like they grew it. Oh my God. Or to look like it's sun-kissed. Do you see that? I'm trying to get that. Okay, there. Do you see that? You see that number 4 color popping in at the ends? And that's all sun, baby. That is all sun. And then it's a 2 up here at the top. This is really, if these were not 26 inches, they would probably be in my little drawer right now. These are beautiful. Okay, let's switch back to the other camera. All right, so we're not gonna really be able to see the color on these. Like I said, check our social media, and I'll probably post some pictures of these. These are amazing. These 2 will be in the showcase. They are a natural straight, slightly to medium. They're just, oh my gosh. They're really pretty. And I'm not like, yeah, I own the company, whatever, and so it would make sense for me to be, oh, they're so beautiful. No, but I didn't like this. This hair, gosh, every time I get a shipment, I'm just like, I had my favorite pieces, and this is really beautiful. These do have a medium luster. They are not medium low, they are medium. But the health of this hair, the movement is just amazing. Let's move on. I'm gonna pull out a very coarse straight. You see that big mama jam? You see that? That's a monster. It's a monster. It's a monster. It's huge. It's huge. Now this one, like I said, oh well, if you just popped on, you probably are not, probably didn't hear me. We're under some really bright lights, you guys, so, you know, it's gonna look super shiny, but it really is not. This is a medium low, not a full body, not a full blown low, but it's a medium low, very coarse. Now this, can you imagine having this in? It's summertime. You can curl it, you know, and wear it, you know, like you would any other hair, but even if your curls fall, even if the humidity hits, you got all that texture, you know, and that's the reason why ladies love the coarser hair, just because, you know, your leave out is not gonna look like you've been left out. Okay, left out in the cold with your silky straight extensions. So, yeah, I love that. Okay, let me show you. I want to show you. Let me see here. Okay, let me show you. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna slide this one over. I forgot to show you one set of wavies from the showcase. Oh, and those of you who just joined us, we're going to be giving away. We're going to give away closures and some fragrances for those that have asked questions. Do their names stay up in chat? I think your names stay up in chat, which is great. So I was like, how am I going to remember? But yes, so definitely ask your questions, and we're just going to randomly grab some names, and I'm not going to do it, so don't blame me. I'm going to have someone else just grab some names, and we're going to send some gifts out. All right, so I want to show you these, okay? And you know what? It's probably hard to see that brown on brown. Let's move these over. That show up there. That shows up just a little bit better. Okay, now here's my coloring. All right, and again, you might not be able to see it that well. These, and next time we do one of these, we're going to work on that. You know, where the colors really pop. This is just a slightly coarse wavy, but these are amazing in that these also go from a 2 to a 3 on the ends, and that, let me see if I can we switch to the other camera? I'm going to see if I can get that color for them so they can see that. And these two bundles, this is probably an 1820 and a 2022. So all the specs, of course, will be on russianfade.com. Let me go over and just see if I can get this color for you guys to show up a little better. You see those ends? You see the brown happening on those ends? It's really subtle, so it's really pretty for those ladies who like darker hair, you know, but they want a little touch of color. So you got your darkness up here at the root where you want it, and then these are just sun-kissed on the ends with that brown. You see that? You see that popping in? That's beautiful. Really beautiful. Dark, and it's just, and these have not been colored. This is literally the lady who owned this hair on her head. She obviously was out in the sun, you know, a lot, and those ends really got sun-kissed. See there? And the roots, which is the newer hair, which has had less exposure to the sun, is darker. These are gorgeous. These are going to be in the showcase as well on Sunday. All right, let's go back to the table. And now I want to show you, and we're almost done actually, you guys. I want to show you straights, and I want you to see the difference. We're going to take satin soft all the way up to very coarse, side by side, so you can really see the difference. All right, I'm going to move all these trays. And let's lay them out. Let's lay them out. Okay. I'm going to start with Satin Soft. You know, I was debating on whether I should put this in the showcase or not. I mean, this is like 32 inches. It's like 32 inches. Oh, look at that. Huh, the lighting is better when I took the trays away. I don't know what that's about, but really nice. Probably the glare on the trays. This is Satin Soft, all right? Satin Soft, straight. Oh, you can really see that. Man.
I moved the light.
Let's see. You can really see that better. Oh, you know what? I think we moved the light a little bit. You see that? That's Satin Soft straight. Satin Soft straight. Do you see how that is sleek? That is silky. I mean, it's literally just butter. I mean, it's just butter. My hands are just running right through it. This is Satin Soft straight. And you can, from time to time, find some Satin Soft that might have a little wave in it. So to answer Joy's question, like take a bundle like this. No, baby, this is not going to wave up. You can wish, pray, hope, scrunch it, do whatever you want. This straight is not going to wave up. It is just bone, almost bone straight. Okay, so that's Satin Soft. Let's go ahead and we're going to take the coarseness up. Let me see if I can. All right, Satin Soft. Let's pull some slightly to medium straight and show you guys what that looks like. Let's see. That is good, and that is good. Okay. All right, let's look at some slightly to medium. Hold this out. Oh, that is so much better. That lighting is so much better. Okay, so now you see how you're starting to see a little bit of texture popping out. A little bit, more than that. You see how it's a little poofier, it's a little fluffier, okay? That's slightly to medium. I feel like I'm screaming. Hopefully I'm not screaming, guys. Slightly to medium. Let's look at another slightly to medium. Now this one's closer to slightly. This category is the one category in the straights, and everybody loves this slightly to medium. They just really love it. And I think because it looks natural, you know, and if you're kind of afraid of coarser textures and you don't know really, you know, you may not want all that, you know, the slightly to medium gives you a really natural looking hair. And it gives you a little bit of poof, a little bit of, not really poof, but a little bit of texture, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that bone straight like Satin Soft. Satin Soft is great for our Caucasian customers, Latina customers, our Asian customers, you know, ladies that just have, and ladies who maybe, may have coarser hair, but it's, but it flat irons like super thin and straight. They like the Satin Soft. This is slightly to medium, coarse, straight. All right. I'm not gonna leave both of those down. It'll probably be confusing. And one more slightly to medium. So you see how they might look a little different, but they're all kind of giving you a little bit more texture than the Satin Soft. Come on. There we go. Focus. A little bit more than the Satin Soft. All right. And to Joy's question, she asked me, you know, which straights would wave up. You see something like this, Joy? If you washed it and you scrunched it, you probably could get a little wave out of that. You probably could. You probably could get a little something, you know? But that, absolutely not. All right, let me just see if there's any questions that I'm missing. And then we did Satin Soft, we did slightly to medium. We're gonna go to heavy medium next, okay? Let me check my computer. See, I'm really missing a mirror because I don't know if you can record these things, but if I could go back and look at myself and look crazy, I'd be sexy.
It will be available.
Oh, they just told me it'll be available. So I guess if I do look crazy, I'll be, anyway. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Hi, Simone. How can I get Russian Fade to last up to 3 years? I think the main thing with the Russian Fade is care. So although we have a lot of ladies who, and oh, this is something to know too. If you get something that's, like, let's say you're buying a showcase and you buy a really coarse curly or a really coarse wavy, coarse hair, because it's going to tend to be drier, it'll tend to be more brittle, right? It's not going to last as long as a satin soft. So a satin soft may give you 5+ years. A very coarse curly, if you're flat ironing it each week, that time, and you're using a lot of heat and you're not properly keeping moisture in the hair, not water, but proper conditioning, right? Maybe you would get, maybe you'd be knocking on the door 4 years, maybe 3.5, depending on how you're beating the hair up. So, and especially if you take a coarse curly or a very coarse straight and you bleach it all the way up to blonde, hair that is coarse is already going to tend to be drier, and that bleach is going to deplete that moisture even more, and you're going to really have to keep your conditioning and keep your moisturizing up. So it really depends on what you're doing to the hair, but all in all, it's about the longest longevity you're probably going to find, period. Raw hair that's healthy is always going to last longer than anything else. Let's see. What brand of sealant can I use on the weft? The Russian Fade, you do not need sealant at all, okay? So you can cut your Russian Fade weft in 8 different places, and you're good, okay? So our wefting technique, you can tell I was a little proud of that, right? I'm a little happy with myself. No, the Russian Fade weft, the looping technique that we use in the weft is isolated. So even if it's, as opposed to it being really dependent on the next loop going down the weft. So you can cut that bad boy and you're fine. You'll pull from that place where you cut, pull whatever hair is there in the fray, but you're good. You don't need sealant. Let's see. Yes, we do have a preview of the hair, yes. So on Saturday, we will have the showcase. Saturday evening, we'll have all the showcase pieces on display. But, should I say Miss Vincent? Can I say Miss Vincent? Because I don't want to mispronounce the first part of your handle, your name. Okay, so Miss Vincent. Just remember the classic Russian Fade. If you go to the website now, you'll be able to see what I mean, showcase versus classic Fade. Classic Fade, you're not, like I said, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bundles of that. So the classic Fade, when you go to order that, you're going to say, okay, I want wavy, slightly coarse, medium luster, and I want it in a 16-18. And we're going to go select that bundle for you and ship it to you. Do you know what I'm saying? The showcase, you're going to see the actual hair that's available, that exact piece with a price. You're going to click on that exact piece and buy that piece. We're not going to select anything for you. You're going to be buying that piece. But those are specialty pieces. So a lot of people, the showcase sells out every month, right? And then the classic are for people who want to build their own bundles. Like, I want a 20, I want a 22, I want a 24, I want them to be a loose body wave kind of thing, and I want them, you know what I mean? That person's going to build their own bundles under Classic Fade, all right? Let me see. Hey, Part! Hey, Miss Parthenia! That's my girl, too. Oh, my gosh, oh, my God. Okay, and then, let me see. Monkey toy toy. Yes, if every release you don't see the featured showcase, yes, you're not, you wanna, yeah, when you go to RussianFilet.com, go to galleries and you will see featured showcase. It's the first tab, well, one of the first tabs, right? That's the showcase ready to ship. And then classic filet is the traditional way to buy filet, all right? 328 Sienna. Is that Sienna P? Hey girl! Oh my people, oh my gosh. Hey, I'm a longtime customer, had you here for about 4 years so far. I purchased filet straight, filet wavy curly, wild child mild curl baby, and I just received my nature's curl. You are a veteran, Sienna, and you need to send some more pictures because you are absolutely beautiful. I miss seeing your pictures, honey. What kind of hair do I have now? Russian filet coarse curly. We just showed a picture of how it looks once it poofs up, but I don't want to bore the people who were here before. So, okay, all right. So let's wrap this up, you guys. Let's finish the straight lineup, okay? And whoever is, let me see. I'm sorry. If someone could grab 3 names for me, I'm talking to my team, you guys, not you. If you could grab 3 names for me, and we're going to start giving away gifts in just a minute, all right? Okay, let's go to the heavy medium. Let's go to heavy medium. Okay, so this is natural straight, heavy medium, and I have to probably hold these two up side by side for you to really see the difference. It's hard to see. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let me see if I can pop these on a tray. Well, the heavy medium, which is here, you can see there's more texture coming out of that bundle than the slightly medium. Slightly medium is a little smoother. That's slightly medium. Let me hold it this way. That's better. That's slightly medium. And this is heavy medium. Do you see? It's just a little bit of difference. But that extra bit of texture might be, the difference for a customer. They may not want that much, or they might want that much. That's the heavy medium. Okay? Now let's look at medium to vary. I know you're like, oh my gosh, you are doing the most with all these categories, but it helps. It really helps, when you're really trying to make a decision. Okay. And these right here, these will actually be in the showcase. I didn't show those at the top of the when we started. These are medium to vary. They've got more bush, more poof, and more fluff. Okay? These are medium to vary. All right, so they're a little bit more textured than the heavy medium. A little bit more textured. And then we're going to finish this off with the very coarse straight, which I showed earlier. That's the most textured. Do you see that? And every once in a while, we'll get an extra coarse straight, and that, of course, would go in the showcase. So let me show you where you can find these. All right, so here's the deal. So, satin soft will be classic Russian filet. Slightly medium will be classic Russian filet. Heavy medium will be classic Russian filet, meaning when you go to RussianFilet.com, you will, not JaceBeauty.com, RussianFilet.com. You're going to go and look for the tab that says classic Russian filet. You're going to find these 3 under classic Russian filet straight. These 2 would be in the showcase. Very coarse will always be in the showcase. It will never be under classic Russian filet. Medium to vary, if we get a shipment of a lot of coarse hair, and we have a lot of coarse hair, then we would we might offer this in the classic, okay? But for the most part, these three would be in the classic, these two would be in showcase, okay? All right, and then that is almost it. I will show you a few classic Russian Fade wavy bundles just for good measure. Would anybody wear 32-inch hair? I guess there's somebody out there that will wear 32-inch hair. Oh my gosh. My daughter just came down. She was like, Mom, yes, look at this one. And I said, yeah, 32-inch hair. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me just show you these last wavy bundles, and that'll be a wrap. We're going to give away our gifts, and I'm going to go watch a basketball game. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay. Let's look at these. All right. So, this right here is satin soft, slightly coarse, hybrid, wavy. And don't worry if you're new to us and you're like, I don't know all these different names. Basically, satin soft is silkiest, and then the coarseness you can just tell by slightly, medium, vary. It just increases as the hair, gets coarser, okay? So this is satin soft, slightly coarse, right? I mean, it's a hybrid, okay? It's not satin, it's not totally slightly, it's kind of right there in the middle. This is what Ivy wore in her video. Ivy, Poison Flower Ivy was her old name. I think I can't remember her new name, her new YouTube name. Okay, but that's what that is. That's classic Russian Fade, okay? And you might think, well, that looks almost like showcase. If you were here in person, you really could see the difference. This is classic. It's absolutely beautiful. The one thing with classic is classic will almost always rest within 1B to 2, sometimes a 3. So the coloring is always going to be off black, going into a dark brown or a warm dark brown, with a little red undertone. You know what I mean? So that your colors are almost always going to be that. Occasionally you're going to get something, medium brown in there. Okay, so that's that. This is a slightly coarse, and this one's probably 26 inches. This is a slightly coarse, wavy. This is a medium low luster. Again, it looks like a medium because of the lighting we're under. Okay? It's absolutely beautiful. This is classic. And classic Russian Fade, you're gonna find some looser waves, you're gonna find some deeper waves. Okay? This one right here, I would probably call this a medium waves. The wave pattern levels are probably about a medium. That's slightly coarse. And then the last thing I want to show you is Russian Fade wavy, slightly to medium. Now, this one you probably can't tell the difference on camera, but this one has more texture to it than the other two. It just has more texture to it. It's really, really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And a whole head of this is just like, oh my gosh, just you walk in the room and everybody is staring at you. It is just like that. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, you guys, it's gift time. Let's give away some gifts. How about that? Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab the list of the 3 names, and I will be right back. I will. Okay, you got it. What's the names? Just got the names. Okay, so let me show you what we have. Okay, I'm sorry y'all, just getting it together. Okay, so, and I probably should show this on the other camera. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me come up so you can see. All right, so this is a lace Wild Child Mild closure. 4x4, and no, those are not bald spots. That's how the closure looks, okay, when you're looking through it. 4x4, Wild Child Mild. Let me see. Lace closure, and then we have a 10. Oh, and that was a 14-inch, right? This is a 10-inch. Textured straight 5x5 lace closure, and that is not a middle part. All right, I just had the hair spread like that. Okay, so that's a freestyle anywhere part. 5x5 textured straight 10-inch. We're gonna give that one away, and 2 bottles of Life. So we're gonna give Life fragrance to 2 people. Okay, so that'll be 4 winners, okay? All right, so the names I was sent was Miss Vincent, Miss Brenz, Miss Letitia 408, and Miss Sienna, and they threw Joy Taylor on there too. So they gave me 5 names. I asked, but wait, you gave me 5. That's okay. So let me do this. So Miss Vincent, your name came first, so you get to tell me whether you want the 14-inch Wild Child Mild lace closure, the 10-inch 5x5 textured straight, which is like a relaxed, Wild Child Mild, which is like it's a textured hair. Whether you want the 5x5 10-inch textured straight closure, or whether you want fragrance. So go ahead and put that in the chat, and then also send us no. Actually, what we'll do is we'll need you to send us a YouTube inbox from your while you're logged into YouTube. That way we know it's you. If we tell you just to email, anybody can email and give us an address to send a gift. So we need you to send us a YouTube message or leave a comment under one of our videos, and we can follow up with you, okay, and get your contact information and mailing address. All right. So put in the chat though what item you want, okay? And then next up is, so what item did she select? Miss Vincent? Okay, Miss Vincent.
Texture straight closure.
Oh, texture straight closure. Okay, that's what they said. And then, so texture straight closure will be coming to you. And then Miss Brenz, are you still on, Surrounda? I'm watching the chat to see. She might have jumped off.
Delay. There's a delay.
And I think there's a little delay too.
There's a delay.
Okay. All right, so there's a little delay. So we're waiting for Miss Brenz to make her selection so then Letitia can make hers. And do we have a response yet from her?
She said, I can't hear you. No, just keep talking. Just keep talking.
Okay. All right, so let me see. Oh, I just heard that she's still on. Let me check. I don't want this to last too long. Miss Brenz, 4x4 closure. Miss Vincent already, okay, very good. Okay, so Miss Vincent has the texture straight closure. Miss Brenz has the 4x4 Wild Child Mild closure. And so, Miss Sienna, Miss Letitia, Miss Sienna, and Miss Joy will all get fragrances. So, and we're gonna do this again, because I have a lot of other stuff I can give away. I have wefts I can give away. We have all kinds of stuff we're gonna give away, but we're not gonna give it all the way on this one, okay? So thank you guys for tuning in.
Shipping.
And the one thing that really quickly that I want you to know, especially if you haven't touched base with us in a while, as you know, Russian Fide, for the longest time, you had to wait a long time, right, to get your hair. So we totally revamped that process last November, and we sell the hair, we offer the hair once a month, in the middle of the month, and but classic Russian Fide ships in 2 weeks, showcase Fide ships in 2 days, all right? But special for the month of May, for this May release on Sunday the 15th, showcase will still ship in 2 days, and everything else ships in 4 days. So you can get your Russian Fide, no matter what you order, you can get it in less than a week, which is amazing. So everybody's been super happy all this time, since we started this new way, this new production process. They're getting their hair early, much earlier than they expected, and that's amazing. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you to all of the veterans that joined us, and we'll be doing these again. This is the first one, so I'm glad it's like small and intimate. So I look forward to talking to you guys again, and love you. I'm gonna go watch the basketball game. Okay, love y'all. Bye.